Alright, what's up, guys? It's me, once again. This time, we're gonna be playing one of my favorite games of all time. I fucking love this game on the PC. So good. I played the ever-living shit out of it. And I'm a console player, and when it came to the console, I had to buy it. I could play this game like a million times, and it just never gets old. So, I'm going to be playing on Tactician, which is the hardest difficulty in the game. I'm not playing on Honor, which is permadeath. I've never done Tactician, so I don't know how difficult it's going to be. I am well versed in this game, so we'll see. I'm not like a master, but I've played through it several times. This is my favorite thing to do, is play as Losa. I just love playing as Losa, and I'm going to play as a thief, or a rogue. I'm going to be stealing all kinds of stuff. I wonder if the steal rates are changed in here, if it's just the enemy, the combat has changed in Tactician mode. So this is what I'm going to roll with. Pretty standard. I'm not changing her hair or face or anything like that. I'm going to roll base stats because I like having sneaking early on. I'm going to put a lot of points into sneaking and thievery, best I can. A lot of points into scoundrel, dual wielding, and then some into... I'm definitely going to be doing illusion. I'm going to start off with the pawn. I was thinking about doing lone wolf, but I can get that later. Yeah, I am doing lone wolf, so I'm going to have only Losa and probably one other character. Just to see. And if this proves to be way too difficult, then I may not do Tactician. I don't know. The game was hard enough my first time through, but the other couple times I went through, I blew through it like no problem. So, all right, let's let's watch the origin story.
All my life, I've been a performer, a musician, beloved and celebrated by all. But I have a secret. I'm also a playground for sprites and spirits and... worse. The voice that rings inside me now is darker than any that came before. Almost caused a bunch of my fans to rip each other to pieces. But you can trust me. I've got this under control. Step 1. Find out who, or what, is trying to take control of my mind. Step 2. Make it sorry it ever tried.
Alright, that's what I like. So I think I'm gonna go Losa, and I'm thinking maybe Fane. I don't know. Nah, I'm gonna go with I'm probably gonna go Sybil, and make her. Anyways, let's go back to our Losa. Pretty standard, so let's just roll with this.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
Yes. Excellent. Runs so much better on my PS4 than my PC. I had to run this game on like low resolution to be able to play it properly. And even then, when flame animations would happen, it would just cause my game to just have all kinds of issues. Alright.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry. The sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Alright, fine. Let me go. Let's get the controls down here.
Damn. And here I was, hoping my upstairs visitor was just playing tricks on me.
No, definitely wasn't. Yeah, we gonna hide tutorials. I do not need them, thank you. So we can zoom in and out whenever we want. I'm gonna stay zoomed in for wandering around.
Boring.
So you can like click on freaking everything. Oh, let's see, I can sift through items. It's a good idea in this game to, especially early on, to click on everything. Let's pick up this helmet. Okay, so we gotta figure out how do we open our inventory? Circle, no. Okay, that's how you change party members. Ah, here we go, R2. Inventory. Definitely gonna put this bucket here. There we go. Let's see, game. Actually, no, we gotta go to inventory to do this, I believe. Equipment. Character. Huh. I forget, I wonder how I turn off helmets. Equipment, there we go. Show hide helmets, we don't want to see it. We look stupid. But the helmet will be helpful. Look at this grinning skull here. What do we do this?
Who are you? Nobody?
Okay, nope. There's no running in this game, so it's as fast as we're gonna move. I didn't want to do that. Some nails, we'll take that. A lot of stuff early on seems like it's like really pointless. Like, what the hell is this crap? A lot of junk can be really useful in this game.
Oh, under lock and key.
Huh? Yep. Okay. That's kind of odd. How... Huh, the layout is totally different. I'm just now realizing this. Okay. Let's go upstairs. This is what I'm used to. Okay, here we go. Hey, there's a gold cup. Take that. Oops, I don't want that. That is a lot of... Now, there is some stuff that is definitely not worth it. So we're gonna see actions. Drop this item. We don't want that. Small tome, I mean. Not in, I didn't want to pick that. I thought you could read it. Nope. Jawless skull. Ooh, empty potion bottles. Those would be helpful. Take those. Mortar and pestles. Cooking pot. Actually, a cooking pot. Take that. Be useful later on. Is there a way to... I guess the game automatically highlights everything that you're near, that you can... Ah, crap. I'm gonna do that a lot. Until I get these controls down. I don't want this box. Our backpack here, we can... let's see... I usually use this to put things like keys. It just keeps the clutter down. down is... What is this? Ah! How did I get out of it? How do I get out of this? Okay, so right pulls your weapon out. Alright, gotcha. Right on the D-pad.
Oh, my. These smelling salts are strong stuff.
Oops. Oh well. I wasn't really trying to steal it. So we're gonna have to do that a lot. The Source King insists there are no magics too foul, even those that would block or even remove the source within an individual. I delight in his madness. It is an invitation to manipulate all we once believed immutable. He provides all manner of experimental subjects. The text beneath lists a series of hexes and materials required for muting sources. Some of those objects are circled in black ink, as annotated as follows: helm, collar, mask.
Acknowledge this tome is.
Alright.
There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash.
I don't like being compared to a dog, but I accept.
In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Last thing you remember is hoisting your 15th pint. Is this the Ramhead's loo?
Don't you dare! If you violate the virtue of my carpet, I'll do a good thing worse and put a collar around your neck.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy.
Fort Joy? Is that like a party place?
A new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good girl, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
What? That doesn't sound pleasant, but whatever. You pull at the thing around your neck futilely. Demand to know why she's calling you.
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those Source spells of yours? See what happens.
Recall the power building inside you, the sound and the fury and the madness. Unleash it.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
That didn't work.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result.
Feels bad, man.
There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you
Neuter.
of sorts. Makes you unable to cast Source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Well, guess we have to accept it for now.
Good gods! There's been a murder here.
So they won't let me mess with it. I don't really care about any of you people. I don't care if you don't like me, stupid magisters.
No marks, no indications of a struggle.
Woman from Driftwood, with nary a care, offered me kisses that answered my prayer. I accepted her gift and turned to my dismay. A spider she was, and her buffet. Once feasting was over, she licked her red lips. I rose from the floor, still coming to grips. She thanked me for coming and bade her farewell. My prayer indeed answered, though I did swell. What the hell? Your poetry sucks. What you got here? A frying pan. Excellent. And some short sticks.
No known associates. In fact,
Hey, there's some gold.
Boring.
There is a weight limit, and we can only pick up so much stuff, so
Oh, the hatch is blocked.
we gotta be
I'll need
careful.
to find another way.
A lot of stuff you wouldn't expect to be like super heavy can be. Well, I guess that's not true. Hey, sheepy. You can actually talk to animals in this game if you have the right perk. Harry. This right here is super, super necessary. Bedrolls. Oh my god, we're gonna need that. Let's see. How do I move? Slots. Clear that stuff.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Let's see. How do we get to number 2? Here we go. Let's go to number 5. Item. Put our bedroll here. Oops. There we go. Poison flask. I keep doing that. And resurrection scroll. Oh, this controls are gonna take me a second. I didn't put any potions on my hotbar. And if you get into combat and you do not have stuff set to your hotbar, you cannot do it. There we go. Hey, what's up?
I know you. I heard you sing once. Before. Out there. Wow.
Really? What did you think?
Hey! I know who you are. You're a singer. My mum likes you.
Oh, really?
Wow! You look cool. I like your hair. I like your eyes. I like your colour. I have one too.
Isn't it nifty?
You sure about that?
Take some of this gold here. Aw, I wanted this.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out and takes your hand, turning it this way and that, examining it from every angle. Finally, he pinches your skin, gently tugging at it.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
You pull a long face. You thought he wanted to hold
I have
hands.
already examined it and found it quite ordinary.
Damn.
What more could I possibly... Oh dear. I seem to have crossed some cultural taboo. How difficult. You have my apologies, human. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once.
Who is this guy?
Ah, yes. The niceties. My name is Fane. I am a scholar from... Well, I am a seeker of knowledge. That is enough. It is pleasurable to meet you.
What are you seeking?
Is there? Wherever do you keep it?
Lots of knowledge.
Certainly not in your books. I have been reading this one for several minutes, and I have yet to find a single insight into the mysteries of the universe. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
I'm pretty sure some stuff happened at some point. Some even say it continues to do so. Yeah, I like being a jester.
Most unusual. And if it's not too rude to suggest, not much of an answer. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
Why are you so curious about the gods anyways?
The elf's face freezes for just a second before he waves his hand dismissively.
Oh, it's just one of my idle curiosities. We mortals do like to consider these things, do we not? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
Insist. Why was he so curious about the gods?
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his book or respond to your questions.
Rude much. Hey, what's up?
Well, well, what have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
The nerve. Let's just see where this leads.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
I'm a wizard in the kitchen. I'm a true chef.
Ah, music to my beleaguered stomach. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
Most certainly. Given a sheet of satin, I can make a bum look like a baron.
Oh, but to feel the caress of satin on my scarlet skin once more. A most satisfactory answer indeed. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
Just keep chewing your hair. It was already in your mouth anyways.
Dear Lord, I might as well try and teach mathematics to a dog chasing its tail. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you can cook and tailor, but your personal hygiene reminds one of a carcass rotting in the sun.
I didn't say all that.
Still, beggars can't be choosers. So without further ado, I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave.
Wait, what?
My slave, of course. Oh, but I see. Yes, I suppose it must take some time for the full extent of this honor to sink in. Anyway, you may leave me for a moment. We'll go over your duties once we reach Fort Joy. Now, shoo!
Becomes a crime, I shall hold my head steady.
Hey, who are you? Beast.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions. He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, Ghetto. You hear that?
Well, wave his request away and ask him. Yeah. What am I supposed to be hearing?
Of course.
Quiet. Listen to the sound.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash, and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
The ship is moaning like a sick man.
Sick as a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of beardless babes who never loved anyone but their own mums. But there's more. Listen close. There now, just like that. Squeak!
Huh. Sounds like you got a narrator. That's a serious problem.
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There, you heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, Ghetto. Good news.
What is this supposed to be?
The wheel, don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. For my beard. That means if we've been traveling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
That's why he's so excited.
Yeah, no indeed, Ghetto. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all, thank ye kindly, Ghetto.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
Oh, everybody ignores me. Hey, it's Sabine.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
Can I join?
She shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid.
No.
Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
Whose fate are you deciding?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
Honey?
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Say.
Never say never, though.
If you can decide fate with dice, can you read future and Callan trails as well?
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past, in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
Sure, why not?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
Gross.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. A dark, dank place. I remember it well. As everyone lay sleeping, you sat in the dark with wakeful eyes, looking rather lovingly at... me!
Of course.
My, aren't you a pretty cup full of sugar and spice?
Yeah, damn, that's exactly right.
Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me.
Excellent.
I don't lick and tell.
Oh, good to know.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
Why does he suspect you of murder?
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword, and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
What did you do to find yourself at the mercy of a subordinate?
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties.
Wait, did you kill that guy?
No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
Do you know anything about where we're headed?
The Joy. I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the Ringmaster himself.
I'd like to meet Alexander, show him what exactly what I think of his bloody divine order.
Easy now. I might think the same, but Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You! What's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
Name is Victor. Right, Victor.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook.
Away with you, at once.
No.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
Slick, eh?
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
We got this. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, we've searched everything that's going to be useful. It seems.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with him.
So in this game, if you want to steal, you gotta sneak by going into a barrel. And unfortunately, you can see the red lines. You know, how... Man, I wonder how they do it on the console version. On PC, you could hold down I think it's Control, and it would show you, it would show you this here. You can see where the line is. I don't know how you do that. If it's even possible in the console version. Alright, we're done dicking around.
This wolf on a leash now.
Can't go through there.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with him.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
Ew.
Here's the register, ma'am. Good, good. Magister Williams has just about done with the last passenger.
Damn. Started looking at something. How did he do? Third place. Damn. Tied for third. So that means Plume and then one. Cool. Alright.
You faring okay so far?
Asked if he'd be fine, collared like a dog and stuck in the ship's hold with a corpse and a murderer on them.
He tugs the collar of his uniform and chuckles.
I'm sorry you're upset, ma'am, but we all wear what we wear for a reason. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Alright, fine. Let's see, so here we need it. I gotta do that. Requisition sorcerer hold. Pumpkin seed flower, one create sunflower turnips. What is this? I don't have any weapons. I keep trying to sift through stuff by using the left D-pad. Left and right on the D-pad, I mean. Let's see. Zoom in here. What do we got here? Some chub fish. I'll take that. Ham. Delicious. What's we got over here? Bottle of wine. Let's take that.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Dress the sorcerer as for she meant others. I'm not, let's just see, what do you mean?
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches
you need a lozenge
and
or
simply
something?
removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Oh, damn.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Well, that's not good.
Keep those bones trained on her, and if she
Oh, damn. I love how it says they exploded. Okay. Well,
What's happened?
nothing in there. Alright, here we go. Take some of this stuff here. Got our own first weapons here. Let's see. I want that chicken. Or fish right there. Maybe I can't. Maybe you can't highlight that fish. Just won't let you. He's got some gold on him. Nothing there. Deck of cards. Trash. If I had lockpicking, I could open this door and get all the... There's a few items in there we could probably get, but... alas. See if everybody's okay in here. You guys alright? Hello? Damn. Man, shield. Source hound. Hey, some red meat. Red prince!
What happened? have been the turnings.
There, you need to wake up.
Water? Why, for goodness sake? Oh.
The lizard's eyes close as he slips into unconsciousness.
Anyone else we can steal from? Some of those magisters that may have died? Sibyl, are you okay?
No, not the final dark. Not yet.
It's no use. Your words do not seem to reach her.
The dice roll darkly. They're rolling for me.
You'll be fine. Hey, looks like all the magisters got pretty much eliminated here. Might as well loot their bodies. Oh, looks like she's okay. Magister Siwan.
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking...
Oh. Well, that's no good. Where did the kids go? They dead? Hey, he's got the key to the stern room, which should let us in here. That guy was nice. Sucks he got turned into mush. What? Maybe it's the other door. Ah, I'm on fire! Oh shit. That's not good. I thought this key opens this door. And you, yeah, that's not gonna work. If you attack, objects in this game with your weapons, is the only real way that your weapons will degrade unless you get hit by another status effect. But, greasy door. Yeah, I guess this key goes to somewhere else. I thought I went in there. But yeah, attacking objects with your weapons lowers the durabilities. It's not the greatest thing in the world to do. That. Upstairs. Too bad we can't talk to the dog. Like, some gold.
Damn, it doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards. Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
Ooh, decaying touch scrolls, a bottle of water, and some leather scraps. All crafting besides the spell scroll. The spell scrolls are one-time use. Comes painting. Forgery of a painting. Take it. Yeah. We don't have... I'm on fire again! Damn it! We don't have a key to that.
Damn it! We need to get off this wreck and quick.
Oops. Nothing. Some gold. Sharp rock. Why not? Wait, we don't want to go up there yet. Let's go this way. There's still some stuff we can loot.
Hell is this? Something's pounding on the hull.
There's a boat. Not really worth anything. Hey, Fane.
And are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No. What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
Shouldn't you be doing the same? I mean, the ship is going down.
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
I know your god did not gift you with much, but kindly used the little you were given. Do you look at me and think, why yes, there is someone with organs enough to drown? Trifling matters like water and poison do not concern me. No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Once this glorified skiff hits the sea floor, I will simply walk to shore.
Huh.
Whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
One of your race's weaknesses is having your lungs filled with water until you can no longer breathe. So,
fuck you,
The
Fane.
skeleton resumes his search, leafing through page after
Asshole.
page, while hunching over the book in a futile attempt to keep it dry.
Take this water with me. I'm on fire!
The marking on the door was painted recently. Judging from its pungent scent, you press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply grey. The color drains from your hand, and you are left numb. It doesn't budge.
Can't get in there. I don't have the key. I thought somebody around here had the key to that thing. Alright. Let's go ahead and do a quick save real quick. You save. Alright, let's go upstairs. Oh, that guy got obliterated. Rude. Okay, so it is still strategy. I can still get the... Let's see. Hop on. Okay, so you have to hit triangle just like... Gotcha. Actually, we don't gotta do that because we have the pawn. Damn, we still missed. Okay. Oh, really? He got to go that many times? Ah, bastard. Unfortunate. I guess I should have healed that turn. Figures we die on the very first fight. He waited that... He got to go so many times because he didn't go that second turn, so he saved up all his AP and killed me. Bastard. Instantly takes all my armor. Flurry. Save a little bit of AP. Is this a backstab? It is. Ooh. We're gonna have to do this. Don't kill me. Ugh. Okay. You might be okay. You still might be dead, though. Oh, no, we get to go, yeah, cool. If I remember correctly, you only get a certain amount of uses out of the, oh nice, a fireball scroll. We're gonna need that. I think you only get a certain amount of uses out of the beds, but it's a lot. 1 second, let me pull up the chat here. Because it didn't pull up for whatever reason. But yeah, you get to use it only so many times before it breaks, but it's a lot, so. Dude, look, Pepe in this game, I put it on the hardest difficulty, alright? I'm gonna die a lot. Just get used to it, oof. What's up, dude? You know, if I actually think about it, there's not really anything up. I don't think they actually have anything. Let's see, let's go to our inventory. Let's see, I picked up this bucket of water earlier. Actions, drop item. There we go. Ah, yeah. I had a scroll on him. We don't gotta fight anything else, so we should be fine. Walk through a little fire. Pepe is incredibly strong in this, okay? Oof. Bruh, just buy Fallout 4, easy 500 plus hours. No, I'm not. I mean, I already watched I watched Kelsey play all of Fallout 4, and I really have no desire to play it.
A lifeboat! That means there's still a chance.
If you had this game, we could play together, oof. This is one of my this is like my... I love this game so much on the PC.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
But there are other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
You're a yellow-bellied coward.
Thank you.
I only do it because you said you like my singing.
There's a ladder right over there. You can go straight down.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
Let's go downstairs. We gotta go save the rest of our crew. And not you. Oh wait, we do have to fight. Oh god damn it. It's $60. This is brand new. I know you're in school and everything, so getting a $60 game is not the easiest of things to do. But if you ever do come upon it, it's a great game. Man, we can't even do that. Like, it's not even going to be helpful. We should have healed before we went into this. Can encourage them a little bit. I'm going to back up a little bit. And then we're going to throw this.
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch. They who are
Dad of War 4 feels bad, man. That's a great game. Good, burn them.
Let the games begin.
You know what? I don't think I'm gonna do a lone wolf. I was thinking about doing lone wolf, but I'm gonna do a full party.
I've faced worse.
I think lone wolf is pretty cheap. I don't really play too many first-person shooters, man, especially not competitive ones. I used to back in the day. I used to play the shit out of Halo, Rainbow Six Red Arrow. Was it Red Arrow or Black Arrow? I loved that game so much. So much fun.
Telling when I might be more.
Away! The sea's hungry. We don't have much time.
Let's not tarry. This old tub is about to burst.
I hear something. It's Magister Siwan, the one who put on this damn collar.
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to stem the bleeding of a gushing wound.
Let's try and help her.
With jagged movements, she raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth, soaked with some kind of strong-smelling tincture.
Well, take the cloth and hold it to the wound.
Blood quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror.
Unravel the blood-red cloth and wrap it snugly around her neck like a tourniquet.
Blood pours out from around the bandage. Magister Siwan reaches out to you, her hand flailing.
Hold the cloth tighter to the wound.
It's working. The pressure is stemming the flow of blood. Siwan clutches your arm, her eyes locked with yours. Something within the ship snaps. The floorboards shudder.
Continue holding.
Siwan struggles to her feet, clinging to you tightly. The ship lets out a deep groan, then cracks.
We died. I didn't play Rainbow Six Vegas. Last one I played was Rainbow Six Black Arrow for the Xbox, original Xbox.
I have plans for you, child. Right.
They use a narrator, cheap storytelling normies. Narrator's awesome in this game.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan.
Yours faithfully, Oof. I always knew Oof was a religious fanatic. Part of the church. The Church of Pepe. What other church could he possibly belong to? Final Fantasy King's Tale looking ass. Dude, don't hate. This game is freaking amazing, man. I'm telling you. I love this game.
was right about one thing. First comes Source, then comes Void.
Praises be to Pepe!
Am I the lone survivor?
We got some journal updates. Let's check out the updated journal.
Well, thanks, disembodied voice.
The journal has been changed from the PC version, so let's see what it says. Find someone to help you remove the source collar. I need help removing my source collar. This collar prevents me from using source magic. I'm bound by a magical collar, of course. An island of sorcerers. Maybe one of them can help me with my crowded brain. A bad gig landed me on the wrong side of the Magisters, but how bad can Fort Joy be? If the voices in my head shuts up, I should be okay. We are on the Merryweather. We could read all this, but we're not going to. It's combat log, character creation stuff. To be my favorite Dragon Age was Dragon Age 2, so this is much more like Dragon Age 1. If you had to compare it, it's much. I love, like, if you love Dragon Age, the first one, then you'd love this game. It's so good, and the strategy's really good. Like, you could do so much stuff. And I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, so I'm really gonna have to use my wits to beat some of these fights.
Garbage.
Damn, she called Pepe garbage. What do you think of Oof?
This won't be of any use.
You don't think he's any use?
This won't be of any use.
Oh. What about this? Bowstring. There's so many little areas you can get to, and there's so many little tricks you can get. You get teleportation skills. A teleportation skill, right? And you could just use it to get to so many little areas, and you can use it in combat to, like, teleport enemies away from you into stuff. It's just awesome.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
I'm not a stranger. I'm Losa.
Hi, Losa. I'm Tam. Are you a sorcerer too?
I don't know. Do you see any source about me?
The child screws up his face and looks at you, hard. He holds up his little mirror and peers into it, inspecting your reflection. His eyes go wide. The mirror falls and shatters
teleportation
on the rocks
jutsu.
below.
I have to go.
The boy begins to cry.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
What did I do? I didn't do anything. I was just being friendly. Come back. Why does everybody run away from me? Man, there's no way to, like... Oh, there we go. So R3 highlights everything. Short stick, we don't want that. That kid, I don't talk to strangers, tells you his full name. Right.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn, we made it to shore.
Take these leather scraps here. There's 2 of them. You know what we can do? Could burn them with fire. Could sneak up and attack them. First attack! Why do you get to go first? I don't believe that's right. Blind both of you fools. Sneak 100, illusion 100, destruction 100. Missed. Missed. Oh, that one hit. And they're healing. Bastards. See, if I see my cursor's red, so it means if I try to move, they'll get a free auto attack on me. So you don't want to do that. Instead, go behind you using a teleportation. We might actually be dead here, but that's okay. I just wanted to mess around. Yeah, we're dead. Oh, we died. Oh no. Yeah, I knew it was gonna happen. Oh shit. I think we loaded into the into combat. Well, I'm gonna sleep. It's almost 1 a.m. and I have to do my homework. Hey man, have a good night. I'll be streaming this a bunch, so you know. I'm off this. Well, I'm not. I have to work at another. I got to do some side work, but I'll be playing a bunch this weekend. Did we load them into combat? I could kill these things if I used fire, but I really shouldn't. Probably. What we can do. Let's burn them. Okay, you know what? This is not what we want to do. It didn't do nearly as much damage as I was hoping it would do, so let's just load this save. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn, they made it to shore.
Hold on, friend. Yeah, we're not going to deal with the Voidwoken right now. I'm going to pick up this shell, though. Pick up all these shells. All the shells. The Red Prince!
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep.
Greet him heartily and say you're glad to see you survived.
The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hole. You have my gratitude.
Well, you're welcome.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
I'm glad we could help, but probably shouldn't stand idle because it's dangerous. Yeah, it doesn't do... Wait, no. I'm not reading that right. Doesn't do to stand idly while people are in danger.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Nevertheless, one good turn does deserve another, so as far as the whole slave business is concerned, let's just forget about it. You may as well have your freedom.
Oh,
Now
well,
then,
thank
if
you.
there's
Wait.
nothing further.
What are you doing out here, anyways?
I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean?
Sometimes you see the consciousness of a vast being, but usually just a lot of water.
A consciousness. Very good. And the water it may drown in. Life and death. Why not?
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost.
What do you mean by lost?
What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am?
I've never heard of an abacus that can tell who people are.
Well, more's the damn pity, isn't it? For I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer, the Spouse of the Sun.
Oh, really?
Of course you know me.
No, I don't.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment.
You wanna go outside? I'll let you outside. Go play. Kitty wants to go outside.
The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have.
I also have this and that to sort out. Why don't you come with me?
This and that? Tag along? Do you really mean to compare the fate of an empire to whatever foibles you seek to fix?
Yes.
On the other hand, I really could do with a dog's body. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship, after all.
Yeah.
Fine. I accept.
Oh, do you?
On one condition.
And that it'd be...
For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer. One of the mystics of my kind.
Okay.
I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company.
Yeah, sure.
Jolly good.
Jolly good.
So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out, it goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you?
You know what? Stay as the fighter. Sounds
Very
good.
well. Onwards then to victory or death.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and contempt.
What an asshole.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, Milord. As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further ado, let us be off.
Hey, we got the Red Prince. And we learned some new recipes here. Let's see what recipes we have. We have knife on a stick. We need a dagger. We can make a shiv, a toy crossbow. Well, it just so happens we actually picked up some stuff. Oh, shit. Okay, this is gonna take some time here. Let's see, we did get a bow. But he's already got his stuff on it, doesn't he? Let's see, how do you change characters? There we go. So he already has a sword and shield. Yeah. Makeshift shield. Oh, did they really... They combined it, but it's still the same. This one gets you... Yeah, it's the same shit. Okay, so now I can, like, equip stuff from my allies' bags, which is really nice. So you don't have to, like, manage constantly. Okay. This hotbar is a mess, but we'll deal with it later. Now that we have somebody on our side, we can go kill this freaking Void Woken if we want to, but I'm not going to, because I want to go get the rest of our party members. Now how... I wonder... Ah, split. There we go. I was wondering how we split. So if you want a character to stay here, you just split them. Want them to come back? Do that.
Boring.
1 second. Where's my sheet? Yeah, I see that. I already bought Divinity. But hey, you can play. I know, I was just thinking, I was like, what I was going to tell you is I was like, hey, Ian, me and my brother aren't linking our accounts right now. I was going to say, hey, man, you should link your account with mine and then download Divinity. I was like, yeah, no. I mean, that's why I laughed. I was like, dude, I was like, dude, I want Ian to play this with me. But that's cool. We should totally play it tonight. This game's fucking awesome. Alright, sweet. What? Damn, how long do you have to wait? Shit. Well, you need me to come get you? Okay, I'll come get you. Alright. Oh. Right. Okay, well, I'll be there in just a few minutes. Alright. Alright, I gotta go. I'll be back later.